bit about me. I'm dating someone. It's interracial. Is anyone dating interracial here? Oh, good. Listen, stick to your own kind. Don't explore. Don't be curious. It's hard dating interracially, right? It's different perspectives, different value systems when you date interracially. You see things differently. You argue different. And if it's your first time with that particular culture, you don't know if there's something wrong with them or if there's something wrong with all of them. Start getting real racist in your head. That's what me and my girl do. Anytime one of us fucks up, we just blame their whole people. One time she came in the room, she's like, hey, I don't know what you guys do in Bangladesh. She also air quotes a lot. She's like, hey, I don't know what you guys do in Bangladesh, but in here we wash our dishes in this country. And I'm not, as I mentioned, I'm not from Bangladesh. I forgot I already told you where I'm from. So, no, it's hard dating interracially. It's different cultures, different religions. I grew up Muslim. She was raised Catholic. So it's just hard dating someone you know is going to hell. I think that's hard to reconcile. I knew she was a goner. One time she's like, what do you think heaven's like? I was like, I wouldn't worry about it, honestly. You're here. Be happy you're even here. Just be happy you're not in India. Yeah, I'm like, I'm trying to back up the Pakistanis, that half of mine. It's not working. There's way more Indians than there are Pakistanis. No. It's going good. I'm dating a girl right now. She's Latina. Any Latinas here? Oh, beautiful. Okay. What part of Latina are you from? Jewu? Who would? Okay, I'm just gonna move on. Now I was dating a Mexican girl. Any Mexicans in here? Beautiful. I had no idea how conservative Mexican girls can be. Did you guys know this? It's a very Catholic country. She was telling me a lot of Mexican girls will save their virginity until after they're pregnant. So you have to get the weight. It's part of their culture. You used to live in Mexico? You used to live in Mexico City? Has anyone lived there? Beautiful. All my friends were like, you got to move to Mexico City. It's like New York City in the 90s. That's what they kept saying. It's affordable. It's artistic. It's dense. It's like New York City in the 90s. I was like, New York City in the 90s, somebody should tell them about 9/11. They should hear it from the horse's mouth. It's like, hey, we got big things planned. I was the first Muslim they had ever seen. So I got cocky. I started handing out advice I had no business handing out. I was like, listen, I'm not the head honcho, but if it were up to me, I'd probably knock those two down. So, what do you mean, no mames? Yes, mames. I'm knocking those down. Okay. I'll tell you this, I've been getting old. I just turned 32 2 years ago, and I feel it. Okay, are you Latina? Is that what you would? Okay. I turned 34, and I feel it. This is how I realized I was old. I went to the barber shop, and they discovered a bald spot on the top of my head. Yeah, they told me. I didn't ask. It's not part of their job description. It's like, hey, this was here when we got here. It felt like a liability thing that they were doing. It's like, hey, could you sign this form that we're not responsible for your shitty head? It's like lacy underwear back there. There's just enough skin to let the imagination run wild. Is anyone balding in here? No? Okay. I don't believe that. It's a packed out room. What's up?
Just fully bald.
Just fully... Yeah, that's a weird way to say it. Just fully bald! Sound like you're mad at me like I did it. Did you try to save it at any point?
For a couple of years in my 20s.
For a couple of years you tried to save it? Yeah. I think... what did you do?
All kinds of products in there.
Yeah, everything. And now there's nothing. Yeah. They should put you in the before and after picture. Before he had some hair, now look at him. Yeah, there's some things you can do. You can take the pill. Does anyone know what the side effect? Do you know what the side effect is of taking the pill?
Your dick don't work.
Yeah. Did you know that, ma'am? I don't know a deal more obviously made by the devil. It's like, you be physically attractive, your cock is going to be tired all day. The other option is you could get a hair transplant. Does anyone know where you're supposed to go to get a hair transplant? Okay, some of you are balding. Some of you have the brochure in your pocket. Oh, you gotta go la hospital in Istanbul. Go see Dr. Habibi. Yeah, it's Turkey. Who would have thought it was Turkey? Who would have thought that the hairiest people on the planet know exactly what they're doing when it comes to installing hair? It's like going to Africa to get a tan. It just feels logical. My girlfriend, she has her own issues. She wants to get a nose job. She asked me, she's like, you think I need a nose job? Don't ask your boyfriend these questions. So now there's a landmine that I gotta figure out, yeah? So I did the best I could. I was like, listen, you're beautiful, exactly how you are. But it's also your body. You should do whatever feels right for your body. Either way, I will leave you if you don't. So it's either me or the nose. Listen, my hairline's receding. Her nose is advancing. I've never seen something move that fast before. Every time I come home, like, you've been telling lies all day? What the fuck's going on with this nose? No, I'm just kidding. I love her. She's beautiful. But we are going to Turkey to become brand new people. So I just hope they don't accidentally switch us on the operating table. She comes out like Marge Simpson. I'm still a bald Indian, but now I got a cute button nose. Now, I realized this about myself. At this age, I'm a bitchy dude. Everything bothers me. I went to the grocery store recently to buy toilet paper because I had to take a shit. And that's how I get toilet paper. I get toilet paper the way Europeans get groceries. Just get enough for the day. I don't know why there's this many options of toilet paper at the toilet paper store. Why are there 4 aisles of toilet paper options? And every bag of toilet paper has the same stupid toilet paper math on the front of the bag. You guys know about the toilet paper math? Trying to convince you you're getting the most toilet paper ever. Every bag's like, hey, I've got 5 mega rolls, but that's equal to 10 normal rolls. Plus I like you, so here's a bonus roll. Then look at the competing bag. The competition's using a totally different unit of measurement. The competition's like, hey, we've got jumbo rolls. I'm like, how many mega rolls is that? Like, what the fuck is a mega roll? This is 4,000 sheets. Plus it's 2-ply, so it's 8,000. It takes about 17 sheets to take one shit. So you get about 4 months of shits in one bag right now. Plus I like you, so here's a bonus roll. I'm like, okay, that's kind of a deal. Then I'm like, wait a second, I'll just use my hands, I'm Indian. I've got 2 infinity rolls. Right here. I thought you'd laugh more at that because you're all Indian in my head, you know? Yeah. Nah, I use toilet paper, you know? Nah, I use toilet paper. But the way I decide is based on the mascot. Do you guys have a favorite mascot for toilet paper? Charmin, the bear? That's a good one. Yeah. Mine's the white baby. Yeah. Angel Soft, yeah. I don't know why they put a white baby on a bag of shit paper, but I can't diarrhea without looking into his blue eyes. Also, they're not changing the race of that baby. That's diversity nobody's fighting for. There's no boardroom meeting for that one. There's no angry lady like, hey, can we get a transgender Cuban for the toilet paper? It's 2024. I like product marketing. I like how different products have different strategies, right? You go to the egg section at the grocery store, they're not giving you different quantities. You either get 6 eggs or 12 eggs. But the way they market eggs is based on how much they abuse the chicken before she gave up that egg. Like, hey, we barely fucked with this chicken. So. I feel bad every time I'm buying eggs. Every carton of eggs, like, hey, you want this chicken to see sunlight? It's like, yeah. It's like, well, empty your fucking wallet right now. It's a hostage situation. It's like, we will release 2 chickens. I'm like, who's making these eggs? Hamas? What the hell's going on? In the egg department. I like just buying regular chicken. Like cuts of chicken. You 2 options when you buy chicken, right? You get organic chicken or poor people chicken. And I'm not bragging, I get organic. I don't know what organic means, and I know that they know that I don't know what organic means. But what I do know is that they changed the font, and it's all green on the outside. That means it's good, I think. You ever look at poor people chicken? It's all written in like Wingding and Comic Sans. Like, I'm not putting that in my body. You know what detail they should put on chicken is how many chickens am I buying when I buy a package of chicken? Like a thing of chicken breasts? They never tell you. I'd like to think it's just one. That feels wholesome. You guys know what I'm talking about? When you buy like a thing of chicken breasts? Is that just one chicken's breast? It's a big breast? A 34D, slim waist, fat ass? What am I buying? You guys buy chicken? Comes in a styrofoam tray, and then the period pad, and then the chicken. You gotta peel the period pad off the chicken. Throw it under the bed, act like you didn't just have to do that. So you can stay hard. You ever buy chicken from Costco? It's like 17 dead chickens on a tray. It's a genocide that they just sold me. I'm like, who's making these chickens? Israel? What the hell's going on? Yeah. Not a lot of laughter, more clapping, but I'll take that. That's cool. Oh my god, a UN speech all of a sudden. It's a very balanced joke. I touched on both sides. People come up to me after that joke, they're like, hey, the Jews were there first. And others are like, the Arabs were there first. And I'm like, it sounds like the chicken or the egg situation. Did you say nope? The Arabs? Yeah, this is not a biased room at all. I mean, I'm on your side, but yeah. All right, change the subject to less political shit. I was at a Thai restaurant recently. You guys like Thai food? Are there any Thai? Okay. Okay. I went to this Thai restaurant. It was too authentic. Be a little fake. I couldn't understand anything on the menu. Every menu item was 3 words, 3 letters each. It looked like an encryption key to a Bitcoin wallet. And then next to it was a photo they took of the dish from the 1980s during the Mao administration. And next to that was 17 chili emojis. I'm like, what the fuck am I about to order? I have no idea. I don't trust Thai people with spice. I'm Indian, Thai people blow us out of the water. And by blow us out of the water, I mean blow toilet water onto my asshole. It's gonna be spicy. Asking a Thai person if something is spicy is asking an American if somewhere is safe. It's like, hey, is this playground safe? It's like, yeah, I got a gun. You got a gun? My kids got a gun? That's 3 gun emojis. We're in good hands right now. I don't like if a place is too spicy or too authentic. I don't like if it's too fake either, you know? Like I went to this sushi spot. It was condescending. Everything was embarrassing to order. You ever had to say shit like they named it stupid? To be like, can I get the Godzilla roll? You're gonna make me say this right now? The Donkey Kong soup with extra samurai sauce. They're making me be racist. You ever have to order a sexy roll? Is there anything less sexy as a man than saying sexy roll? I'm not trying to fuck this roll right now. You know that, right? I like when Asian restaurants play hip-hop music. I think that's a good combination. Like sushi and hip-hop. You guys ever try that? It's a good combination. Try it. You know what doesn't work is the opposite. You never go to like a fried chicken spot on the south side of Chicago, just hear sound bowls like wah, just bang a gong. Wah. Also, that's not what they listen to. They listen to music. I just don't know what it is. I had to fly recently. I had to take a plane from Chicago. I'm originally from Chicago. I moved. Oh yeah, are you from Chicago? Oh, beautiful. I came here from Chicago also. Did you have a car? What part of Chicago are you from?
Northwest suburbs.
Okay, what suburb?
Buffalo Grove.
Buffalo Grove. I'm from Wheaton.
West.
The rest of you can leave. I think it's fine. Did you live in Chicago proper ever? Did you have a car in Chicago?
Yes.
You did?
It's terrible.
Yeah, because you don't need a car. Yeah, I had to buy my first car. I was 30 when I moved down to this state, and I had to buy a car because in Chicago we have infrastructure, and I came down here and I had to buy. Okay, Anti-Israel and pro-cars. Or pro-trains. Okay, anyways. Now I had to buy a car when I was 30, and I hated driving when I first got a car, and then I got high and I drove. Now I love driving. Because you realize what driving is when you're stoned. They turn the whole town into a fun obstacle course. They put cones and markers, and they drizzle pavement on every hill, and every moron in the fucking town can play. I drive very safe when I'm stoned. I drive 15 miles below the speed limit. If I see a traffic light, I slow down. It doesn't matter what color it is. I always slow down. If I see a stop sign, I stop all the way. I turn my engine off. I get out of the car. I look at the sun. I think about that Robert Frost poem. How if there's two paths, I should take the one less traveled. So I look at both paths. They're usually equally paved, so I don't know which way to go. You know what I miss about Chicago is that there are options. You could drive if you wanted to, or you could take the train. You could walk. You ever try walking in this fucking state? Outside of it downtown, has anyone tried to walk?
I live in downtown. I walk everywhere.
Where do you live?
In downtown.
Yeah, I said outside of downtown. Yeah. You regroup and figure out what you're gonna say next. I take over my apartment complex to a CVS. I have never felt more poor in my life. I might as well be carrying a stick with a sack at the end. It was just me and homeless people trying to frog our way across a 7-lane highway as pickup truck after pickup truck whooshes by. Everyone's moving lumber in this fucking state. There's no buildings. Why is everyone moving lumber? I don't know. I like it here. I'll tell you this. I grew up Muslim. Any Muslimans? Beautiful. I'm doing my part to end stereotypes against Muslims. Stereotypes. Like recently, I bought the domain name radicalislam.com. And I just post photos of Muslims doing kickflips and cool skateboarding shit. I grew up Muslim, not Saudi. Any Saudis here? I had a feeling. You guys were laughing too much. That's how I knew. Also, there weren't 40 Bugattis parked outside. It's a clear sign you're not from the kingdom. The people of Saud don't ride their trucks to a comedy show. That's not something fun you do when you have oil money. Plus, it's really hard to get in and out of a truck in that stupid white dress that they're always wearing. You guys know what I'm talking about? That white dress and the sandals and the checkered red picnic sheet they got on as a hat? That outfit, that's the Muslim wife beater, by the way. I don't get Saudis. I don't know how you can be that rich and still be that Muslim. But it's true what they say, right? Mo money, Mohammed. That's what... Just go, oh! Something else I wanted to try with you guys. Oh, I know what it was. Okay, I went to India for the first time. I was born here. I don't know if you could tell. The last guy was born over there for sure. I don't know if you could tell. He was for sure definitely born there. He doesn't make his wife come. Also, I learned that during his set. And he hates Pakistan for some reason, even though you're both the same. Nobody gives a shit. You know that, right? All right. Anyways, I went to India for the first time, and this is a bit of a history lesson about India, but I think you'll enjoy it. The British colonized India. Yeah, that's not the whole history lesson. Also, did you just woo at that part? Woo! It works for the Queen, huh? Now, the British colonized India. When they colonized India, they ran into a huge cobra problem. There were cobras everywhere in India. But there were always cobras everywhere in India. It just never occurred to any Indian. There wasn't a single Indian that was like, there's fucking cobras everywhere. Is anyone doing anything about this? And then as soon as the British came, they did something about it. They're like, hey, Raj, it's a lot of cobras. Then Raj had to pretend to give a shit. Because that's his boss. He was like, oh my God, wow. He's very observant, sir. There's also trees and cows. So what the British did to get rid of the cobras, they implemented a bounty program. You catch a cobra and turn it in, we'll give you a reward. So that's what the Indians started doing. They started catching cobras, turning them in. Catching cobras, turning them in. And then very quickly, it felt like they were catching too many cobras. So the British looked into it. Turns out the Indians had started farming snakes in their basements. Every Indian had a cobra operation. And we were cashing them in like they were Chuck E. Cheese tickets. It's like, hello, I'd like to redeem 4 snakes today. For a chewing gum and a very bouncy ball, sir. How much for the Super Soaker? 15 snakes. You think I'm made of snakes? Okay, I'll be right back. Hold the Super Soaker. That's how they found out. You thought Indian scammers was a modern problem? No, it's a timeless tradition. Just doing yoga, eating dosas, and scamming white people. That's crazy that you're applauding. You're like, yeah, we do IRS shit too. Hey, one time, thank you for your service. Yeah. So when the British found out, they stopped the program, obviously, right? But the Indians still had a bunch of snakes that are now worthless, so they just released the snakes. So there were more snakes at the end of the story than before the British came. And for some reason, that feels like a very Indian story to me. We're very merchant people. Anyways, I'm selling snakes after the show, so if you need snakes, don't go to the white guy. He doesn't know what he's doing. I went to India for the first time. I was with this girl that I was seeing at the time, and she lived there. And has anyone been to India recently? Yeah? Not recently? Did you go to India? A while ago? What were you doing out there?
I was on the ship.
Huh?
I was on the ship.
You were on the ship?
Yeah, maritime. It was coming here.
Oh, you were fighting Indians? You were at war. You work for the America. I don't know why. You work for the America. I sound like the last guy now. You work for the America. Has anyone gone to India actually? Not on a ship next door? Who went to India? You did? You were born there? Now, okay, be honest. Did you have slaves when you were in India? How many slaves did you have? Yeah, but no, for sure. You pay them $0.05 a day. You're like, yeah, no. 4? How big was the house? How many bedrooms? Very large. Okay. Yeah, everyone has slaves in India. Do you guys know this? My mom brags about how many slaves she used to have back in the day. I didn't know that. They call them servants, but come on. So I was staying at this friend's house. She had 2-bedroom house. She had 4 slaves. She had more slaves than she had rooms in her fucking condo. She was staying in a condo. And this is the worst part about slavery, is that they're always around. I couldn't go anywhere. Why is everyone tightening up right now? I don't have slaves. India has slaves. Tell them, you were at the ship near your door. It's like, yeah, I went to India. I was on a boat next. I saw it. Yeah. No, it's crazy. I think I couldn't read. I was in the living room. There's just a slave staring at me with her big slave eyes. It's like, Jesus Christ. I just gave her assignments to get her out of the house. I was like, go get milk from the other side of town. You guys are all tightening up so hard right now. This isn't America slaves. This is India on India slaves. All right, I don't think I'm gonna win you back on this, but listen, I'm against race-based slavery. I think we should do what Dr. King says. I think we should choose our slaves not on the color of their skin, but on the content of their character. Like, if they're shitty people, make them slaves. Why not? That didn't work. That's okay. I thought you guys would get it. Yeah? All right, I'll change the subject. I'll tell you about, I'm dating someone. It's going good. It's an open relationship. Has anyone tried one of these? Any Muslimans in the house? Yeah? How many wives do you have? Okay. Anyways, I am doing an open relationship. No, is anyone actually in an open relationship? No? Okay. Well, this is going to go as good as a slave thing. What'd you say? You're judging a little bit? Because it's an open relationship?
You live and you learn.
How old are you? You sound like you're 72. You're like, you're going to find out one day. How long have you guys been together? Okay, let's talk to me. Whispering to each other. Are you in how long has this been going on? Couple hours. So you just don't even pitch the open thing at this point. Watch him take the check, like, get the fuck out of here. Now, have you tried doing an open relationship?
I used to want to, but then I fell in love.
You fell in love? I can see with this guy a couple hours ago. He's like, I love it. Listen, you live and you learn. That's just a different thing. You know, we have rules in an open relationship. Like, me and her, we sat down. We made a whole bunch of rules of shit I can't do, is what it felt like. I also have rules, but mine appear as I get jealous because I don't know my own feelings. Like, recently she got into pole dancing, which I thought was hot. And then I egged her on. I was like, you should be a stripper, which I thought was hot. And she's like, maybe I will be a stripper. And I was like, okay, that's enough. Get back in the house right now. You're going to put a hijab on and you're going to learn the Quran. That's what you're going to do. Is interesting. I'm working on myself. I'll tell you this about me. I should leave. Okay, I'll do this joke and I'll get out of here. You guys have a good time? Yeah? Beautiful. We're going to do this, try to do this once a month. And we're going to have different comics every time. I might be here because okay, but everyone else it'll be different. It'll be fresh every time. Cool. Okay. Anyways, I've been working on myself. I learned this recently. I should have left like 2 minutes ago. I think on that big laugh when I said you live and you learn. You gave me a fist bump. I thought that was the. All right. I'll get another laugh. It'll work. Now I'm trying to improve on myself. I found out this recently on TikTok that this guy on TikTok, he told me I should come less. Did you guys hear about this? Not me specifically. It was like it wasn't a direct message. It was to his audience. He's like, when you orgasm, you lose all your creative energy. Is anyone? No? You guys are all just coming the right amount? These fucking sailors over here. No one ever heard this is why you get sleepy after you orgasm. Anyways, I've been trying to come less, and I learned that from my girlfriend. She barely comes, and she's the most creative person I know. Every time I don't make my girl come, I hand her a box of crayons. I'm like, you're in a flow state right now? I'm gonna take a nap, but you draw a dinosaur, we'll hang it on the fridge. You ever ready to come? You look at your girl, you have no idea where she is on her come journey. You're like, this bitch is lost right now. There's no way she's gonna find her orgasm in the next 8 seconds. Meanwhile, your dick and balls are about to explode. It's kind of like a plane is trying to land, but they don't have a gate yet. It's just in circles in the air. My brain's got to go on the intercom, like, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry. We don't have a gate yet. She says she's close, so take that for what you will. Should be any minute now. Meanwhile, my cum's already got its luggage on. It's setting up, leaning. All right, guys. Hey, thank you guys so much for coming out.